teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year. Wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
They run a draw here on second down, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he whips that one incomplete there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
And this defense able to plug him up there as we're getting yard to the 35.
On 3rd down, Samuels. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions.
53 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
They'll go with the option, coming right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Really talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10.
eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Gregory. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Gregory. And that's incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. From the gun on 3rd down. Samuels. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the 17, Gregory. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Gregory steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 42 yards for him on the ground in his 1st quarter, and he has been tremendous to start the new year.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down to about the 22 here. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Samuels firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. On On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Point after here coming up. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Gregory. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pryor has it complete. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
11 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Back to throw. Gregory into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Samuels.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Complete to number 82. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up second.
Operating from the gun. Samuels. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. 17-0 our score after one. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Gregory. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they'll start with great field position, try to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Gregory.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Gregory. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. This offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Caught on a slant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. That was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Panthers have cut it back within a score.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point right down the middle, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the 1st play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Samuels. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
It's a big play there for the Lions. 49 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this 1st half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Samuels. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to extend their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Panthers 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Gregory. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Gregory. Wide open receiver, complete. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
90 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught at the 7.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled. And wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 1st down, Gregory. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Throwing again on 2nd down, Gregory. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. There's a ball, and it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Lions offense set to take over. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 9 yards.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here's 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Samuels.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Complete to number 14.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down. Samuels, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Samuels. And it's caught.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get things started in the NFC North. Minnesota on the road traveling to Lambeau. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. The Vikes looking for the win on the road in Week 1. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The Jaguars trying to start the season right and is looking good so far at home. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Garrett Gilbert has thrown a touchdown pass. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And it was important for them to get the season off on the right foot. And they've done just that, thanks to a very solid outing by their passing offense thus far. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in this. Now a hit and a loose football.
Ball on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Looking to throw on second down. Samuels. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down. From the gun on third down. Samuels. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, first and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Gregory. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
To number 26. A 7-yard pickup brings up
from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half. He's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first and 10, Gregory fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
To number 26. 4 yards on the pickup. Second
From the 38, Gregory.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Brings up third down.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On first down, Gregory. And that is incomplete here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Gregory. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
To throw on third down, Gregory. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he returns this to the 22.
So here come the Lions now.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Throwing on first down, Samuels. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Complete to number 7. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw on second down, Samuels.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end round. Complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and 2, Samuels. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Going with their tight end on 4th. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. And a gadget play here on fourth down winds up backfiring. And the Panthers will get the football back. On 1st and 10, Gregory. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. To throw again on 2nd down, Gregory. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Intercepted by the Lions.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
32 on the carry. He's tackled at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
On 1st down, Samuels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Samuels rolling to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
The defense did its job of taking away from throw. That's only half. They've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork, we saw a good job defensively to recover. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back to throw. Samuels flushed out right. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. It's their quarterback. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
17.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand
They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now here on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Lions.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Throwing to start the drive. Samuels. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Off the play fake. Samuels. Throwing left side, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Looking to throw. Samuels. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
A try here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Gregory. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
Throwing on 1st down. Gregory. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gregory. And a quick. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Lions have recovered.
Gregory's pass complete. Fumble on the play.
And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. On fourth down, Samuels. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Lions continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Panthers 17.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Panthers about ready to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 1st and 10, Gregory.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Gregory. And he comes back with one complete.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gregory. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So out now come the Lions.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down, Lions.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, Samuels. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for our visitors, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.